All right, first and foremost, I'm gonna break down my golden rules of selling beats online. And these are, again, the couple things that I've learned are the most critical parts of running a successful beat store. And this kind of just gives you a general overview of what you're getting into. And if you see me looking down, it's because I got my notes here and I'm just reading off my notes. So the first thing, the biggest factor in having a successful beat store is consistency. This is the most important thing, but it's also probably the most challenging part of running a beat store because consistency is hard to do. Whether you're selling beats online or you're an artist or you're an engineer or songwriter, no matter what you do, consistency is hard because life happens and there are always going to be challenges along the way, whether you anticipated it or not. So the most important part about this is that you don't want to overcommit. So if you're just starting your beat store and you have no experience at all, I would say the best piece of advice that I can give you in terms of staying consistent, where you're uploading a certain number of beats every single week, is not to overcommit. Don't overcommit to uploading 6 beats a week because that's really hard to do on a week-to-week basis. So if you're just getting started, I would recommend shooting for 1 to 2, maybe 3 beats a week. I think that's extremely doable. Even if you have a 9-to-5 or other responsibilities outside of being a producer or beat maker, I think that's really, a very attainable goal. My second golden rule is have a good product. Now this kind of goes without saying, but it is so important in an environment where the internet is already flooded with so much production, so many beats, so many producers. So obviously, in order to stand out, you have to have a good product. And that means just right here in the back, spending time, locking in the studio, perfecting your craft, watching tutorials on YouTube of how to mix your beats, sound selection. All of that is extremely important when it comes to having a good product that ultimately your consumers who are artists want to buy. So my third golden rule to selling beats online is pick your lane. Now, there are a ton of producers already out there doing Young Thug type beats, Future and Drake type beats. You want to identify what is it that your beats sound like? Who do your beats cater to? What audience might be looking for beats that you do in your style? And then you want to identify, okay, who are the artists? Maybe I make NF type beats, or maybe I make Logic or Eminem type beats, or Joyner Lucas type beats. Figure out who are those artists that you are catering to and kind of stick to that lane. Make sure that there is some consistency throughout every single one of your beats that you put out that caters to that artist, because what's going to happen is once you start to release these beats, it's going to fill a lane, fill a void in the market. And if you're choosing a market that's already saturated, there's already 1,000,001 Drake type beats on YouTube and on the internet, that's not a lane that is going to be realistically attainable for you to dominate. So you want to figure out, even if your beats sound like a particular artist, who else is on the come up that you can kind of tag your beats as this artist type beat. So what I would do if I were you, I would just go through my beat catalog, kind of listen to who you envision hearing on your beats, and then write down maybe 5 or 6 artist names who are more so on the come up and less established that you can target. My fourth golden rule is to promote. Promote. I think this is a critical part that a lot of producers and beat makers forget, because they upload their beats, they think they're cool, people will find them and you'll start getting sales. Wrong. You have to promote them. You have to figure out a way to get them out there. So later on in this tutorial, I'm gonna really get in depth and detail about different things that you can do to promote your beats, get out there and start driving sales.